Are you ready to embark on epic adventures, explore jaw-dropping worlds, or lose yourself in some of the most immersive RPGs ever created? Whether you're slaying dragons, surviving in harsh lands, or crafting your destiny, these 23 open-world RPGs are the ultimate gaming experiences every gamer needs to try. Let's dive in. Let's start with a game that holds a legendary place in RPG history. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth isn't just a game, it's an experience. While the original Final Fantasy VII left an indelible mark on gaming, this reimagining takes things to a whole new level. From sprawling open areas that invite exploration to the revamped combat system that feels equal parts strategic and action-packed, this game redefines what a modern RPG can be. The characters you love, Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barret, they're back, but their stories are richer, more complex, and more beautifully rendered than ever before. The game's environments are jaw-droppingly gorgeous, and exploring them feels like stepping into a living, breathing painting. And let's not forget the music, which strikes the perfect balance between nostalgia and fresh orchestration. Honestly, if you've never experienced the story of Final Fantasy VII, this is the perfect way to jump in. Just bring tissues. You'll need them. Next up, we've got Black Desert, a game that practically oozes beauty and ambition. This MMORPG is known for its absurdly detailed character customization, to the point where creating your avatar can feel like its own game. Seriously, you can spend hours tweaking every detail, and it's oddly therapeutic. But Black Desert is much more than pretty faces. Its open world is massive, with rolling hills, bustling cities, and serene landscapes that feel alive. The combat is incredibly flashy and fast-paced, making every fight feel like a cinematic spectacle. And the best part? You can do anything. Want to be a warrior? Go for it. Prefer fishing or trading? You can build your entire in-game life around that. It's a game that caters to every kind of player and looks stunning while doing it. Throne and Liberty has finally arrived, and it delivers on its promise of being a dynamic and immersive MMORPG. The open world design is breathtaking, with environments that feel alive and constantly changing. One of the standout features is how the weather and time of day affect gameplay. Imagine planning an ambush on enemy players only to have a sudden storm change everything, or venturing into a dungeon that becomes more dangerous at night. The large-scale battles are an absolute highlight. Whether you're fighting for territory or teaming up for massive PvE events, the combat is chaotic, strategic, and incredibly satisfying. Plus, the sheer scale of the world makes exploration feel rewarding. There's always some hidden corner to discover or a new challenge to conquer. If you're looking for an MMORPG that combines beauty, depth, and action, Throne and Liberty is one you can't miss. Cyberpunk 2077. It might have had a rough start, but after countless updates, this game is now a shining example of what an open-world RPG can be. Night City is a masterpiece of world building, with neon-lit streets, towering skyscrapers, and shady back alleys that practically beg you to explore them. And the best part? You can approach missions in so many ways. Go in guns blazing, sneak around like a shadow, or hack into systems to turn the odds in your favor. The story is gripping. The characters are unforgettable. Johnny Silverhand, anyone? And the side quests? Some of them are better than main quests in other games. Whether you're augmenting your body with cybernetics or just cruising around the city on a motorcycle, Cyberpunk 2077 is a game that keeps pulling you back in. If you've ever wanted to explore a mysterious, uncharted island full of danger and wonder, New World has you covered. This MMORPG throws you into the world of Aeternum, a land rich with resources, ancient ruins, and hostile creatures that will happily end your adventure if you're not careful. The combat in New World feels weighty and satisfying, and the game's crafting and resource gathering systems are incredibly addictive. But what really sets this game apart is the community aspect. Whether you're teaming up to take down a massive enemy or battling for control of territory, New World makes you feel like you're part of something bigger. And let's not forget how beautiful it all looks. Every sunset, forest, and mountain feels like it was crafted with care. Paul's World is what happens when you take the creature collecting charm of Pokemon and throw in survival mechanics. Oh, and guns. Yes, you read that right. In Palworld, you can befriend adorable creatures, train them, and even put them to work building factories or battling enemies. It's equal parts bizarre and brilliant. The open world is colorful and vibrant, with diverse biomes that make exploration feel rewarding. But don't be fooled by the game's cute exterior. It's surprisingly deep. You'll need to gather resources, craft gear, and manage your pal companions wisely if you want to survive. It's quirky, chaotic, and unlike anything else out there. If you're into survival RPGs with a touch of mystery, Enshrouded is the game for you. Set in a beautifully eerie world shrouded in mist, this game challenges you to rebuild and survive in a land teeming with dangers. You'll gather resources, craft weapons, and build your base while unraveling the secrets of the world around you. What makes Enshrouded special is its atmosphere. The game's art style is stunning, with a perfect blend of beauty and foreboding. And the combat? It's fast-paced and satisfying, with plenty of opportunities to test your skills against the terrifying creatures lurking in the fog. Whether you're building your dream base or venturing into the unknown, this game keeps you on your toes. While not traditionally open world, Monster Hunter World deserves a spot on this list for its massive, interconnected zones that feel alive. This game is all about hunting massive monsters, and every encounter feels like an epic battle of wits and skill. You'll track your prey, learn its patterns, and then take it down with a weapon the size of a small car. The environments are breathtaking, from dense jungles to icy tundras, and the monsters themselves are some of the most creatively designed creatures in gaming. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, Monster Hunter World offers a thrilling experience that's hard to put down.
Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat.
Wartales put you in charge of a band of mercenaries, navigating a gritty medieval world. This game isn't about heroes, it's about survival. You'll manage your crew's resources, train them for battle, and make tough decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. The open world is full of opportunities and dangers, from hidden treasures to deadly enemies. And the art style? It's like stepping into a dark, beautifully illustrated storybook. If you're into strategy and exploration with a touch of realism, Wartales is a must-play. Okay, so Stardew Valley might not scream RPG at first glance, but hear me out. This game is all about creating your own story. Whether you're farming, fishing, or making friends with the quirky townsfolk, Stardew Valley gives you the freedom to play however you want. The game's open-ended nature makes it incredibly relaxing, and the pixel art is just plain charming. It's the perfect game for when you want to take a break from saving the world and just focus on growing some crops and living your best virtual life. Finally, we have S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, a game that throws you into the eerie, radiation-soaked Chornobyl exclusion zone. This isn't just an open-world RPG. It's a survival experience. The world is hauntingly beautiful, with desolate landscapes that tell their own story. But don't get too comfortable, because danger is always lurking around the corner. From mutated creatures to hostile factions, every encounter in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 feels like a test of your wits and skill. It's a game that rewards careful planning and exploration, and it's absolutely dripping with atmosphere. Who hasn't dreamed of attending Hogwarts? With Hogwarts Legacy, that dream becomes a reality. This game is a love letter to Harry Potter fans, but even if you're not one, there's so much to love. The world is beautifully crafted, from the intricately designed castle to the lush Scottish Highlands. It's like every magical corner of the wizarding world has been brought to life. The gameplay is equally enchanting. Whether you're brewing potions, taming magical creatures, or dueling dark wizards, there's always something new to explore or master. And let's talk about the flying. Cruising over the countryside on your broomstick is pure joy. It's worth playing just for that. Hogwarts Legacy doesn't just let you visit the wizarding world. It makes you feel like you belong there.
This can't be your first duel.
We can't talk about open-world RPGs without mentioning Skyrim, the granddaddy of the genre. Even years after its release, this game is still a benchmark for open-world design. From the moment you escape Helgen and step into the wide-open wilderness, the possibilities are endless. Will you become a dragon-slaying hero, a stealthy assassin, or maybe just a wandering bard who collects sweet rolls? The world of Skyrim is massive, and it feels alive. Every cave, ruin, and city has its own story, and you'll often find yourself veering off the main quest to chase down some random lead. The visuals, even after all this time, still hold up, especially with mods. Whether you're a first-timer or returning for the 10th time, Skyrim is a game that never gets old. For the MMORPG purists, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is a breath of fresh air. This game brings back the social and cooperative aspects of old-school MMOs, where teaming up with other players isn't just optional. It's essential. The world is vast and filled with danger, and tackling its challenges often requires strategy and teamwork. The developers have put a lot of thought into making the world immersive. It's not just about grinding for loot. It's about discovering hidden lore, forming friendships, and overcoming obstacles together. If you're tired of MMOs that feel like single-player games with other people running around, Pantheon is here to remind you what the genre is all about. If you thought Horizon Zero Dawn was stunning, wait until you dive into Horizon Forbidden West. This game takes everything great about its predecessor and cranks it up to 11. The world is even more vibrant and diverse, with lush jungles, sprawling deserts, and underwater environments that are a joy to explore. Aloy's journey continues to be compelling, and the combat's been refined to perfection. Fighting massive robot dinosaurs never gets old, especially when you're using all the creative tools at your disposal. And let's not forget about the story. It's packed with twists and turns that keep you hooked. Forbidden West isn't just a game, it's a masterpiece. Survival games don't get much more intense than Conan Exiles. Set in the brutal world of Conan the Barbarian, this game challenges you to survive, build, and conquer. You start with nothing, and before long, you're crafting weapons, building fortresses, and fending off enemies, both human and monstrous. What makes Conan Exiles stand out is its sense of scale. The open world is enormous, and every biome feels distinct. Whether you're braving the scorching desert or exploring ancient ruins, there's always a sense of danger and discovery. And if you're into multiplayer, building an empire with friends or enemies adds a whole new layer of fun. Ever wondered what it'd be like to live in the Middle Ages? Medieval Dynasty gives you the chance to find out. This game blends survival mechanics with town building, allowing you to carve out your own little piece of history. You'll start with nothing but a few tools and a dream, and over time, you'll build a thriving village. The open world is absolutely gorgeous, with rolling hills, dense forests, and quaint rivers that make you want to stop by and take in the view. The game is slower paced, but that's part of its charm. It's about the journey, not the destination. If you're looking for something a bit more relaxing, but still deeply rewarding, Medieval Dynasty's the way to go. Albion Online is a sandbox MMORPG that puts player freedom front and center. There are no fixed classes here. You are what you wear. You want to be a sword-wielding mage or a healing archer? Go for it. The game's economy is entirely player-driven, which means every item you craft or trade has value. The open world is massive, and it's designed to encourage exploration and cooperation. PvP is a big part of the experience, and territory wars can get intense. Albion Online isn't just a game, it's a living, breathing world where every player's actions matter. If you've ever wanted to conquer kingdoms and lead armies into battle, Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord is the game for you. This sandbox RPG lets you rise from a lowly adventurer to a powerful lord, shaping the fate of an entire realm. The battles are epic, with hundreds of soldiers clashing on the battlefield, and the strategy involved makes every victory feel earned. But it's not just about combat. Bannerlord's open world is full of opportunities for trade, diplomacy, and intrigue. Whether you're plotting to overthrow a king or just running a merchant caravan, the game offers endless ways to play, and it's as deep as it is addictive. Fans of stylish action games rejoice! Hyper Light Breaker takes the gorgeous art style of Hyper Light Drifter and expands it into a full-on open-world action RPG. The vibrant, neon-soaked landscapes are a feast for the eyes, and the fast-paced gameplay is incredibly satisfying. While the game is still relatively new, it's already shaping up to be a standout indie title. The freedom to explore and experiment with different builds makes every playthrough feel unique. If you're into games that blend style and substance, this one's for you. Not much is known about Elin yet, but what we do know is enough to get excited. This upcoming RPG promises a beautiful open world filled with mystery and adventure. From the glimpses we've seen, the game looks stunning, with a unique art style that sets it apart from the crowd. While details are scarce, the focus on exploration and storytelling makes Elin one to watch. It's always exciting to see a new IP take risks, and this one has the potential to be something truly special. What can we say about The Witcher 3 that hadn't already been said? This game is a masterpiece in every sense of the word. Geralt of Rivia's journey is packed with deep characters, tough choices, and some of the best side quests in gaming history. Seriously, the Bloody Baron quest alone is worth the price of admission. The open world is stunning, from the rolling hills of Elin to the bustling streets of Novigrad. Every corner of the map feels alive, with stories waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're slaying monsters or just playing Gwent, The Witcher 3 is an experience you'll never forget. Rounding out the list is Kingdom Come: Deliverance, a game that trades fantasy for realism. Set in medieval Bohemia, this RPG immerses you in a world where every detail feels authentic. The combat is challenging but rewarding, requiring skill and patience to master. The story is grounded and personal, following the journey of a blacksmith's son caught up in a brutal civil war. The open world is vast and filled with opportunities for exploration and role-playing. If you're looking for an RPG that feels like stepping into a history book, this is the one for you. That wraps up our list of 23 incredible open-world RPGs every gamer needs to experience. Whether you're gearing up to conquer kingdoms, explore magical lands, or just farm some virtual crops, there's something here for everyone. If any of these caught your eye, you can find links to the games in the description below. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming!